Hello dear students, very good morning. Welcome back to e-learning program initiated by Vidyadesh Vidya Sankul under the guidance of Dr. G.M. Sutaria sir. This is our 22nd lecture, right? In previous lecture we have completed some of the sums related to share capital, right? Even we have also discussed the format. Today we'll discuss the new point which you already know, that call in arrears. હવે જે આપણે सम्स કરીએ છીએ એ શેના છે? calling arrears, right? તમને મીનિંગ તો ખબર છે calling arrears નો, because the meaning we have discussed in unit number 3. calling arrears means આપણે રૂપીસ ડિમાન્ડ કર્યા હોય શેર હોલ્ડર પાસે, બટ એ લોકો રૂપીસ પે કરે નહીં, રાઈટ? તો એને કહેવાય calling arrears, એટલે કે રૂપીસ રિસીવ કરવાના બાકી છે. calling arrears any always હશે debit effect in receiving entry. You know that we are giving two effects of each installment, right? Each installment has two journal entries. First one is for demanding, second one is for receiving. So we have to give the effect of calling arrears in receiving entries. That means in entry number 4, 6 and 8, right? Clear? If you want to write it down in your file book, then you can, right? Now we'll discuss the sum related to calling arrears. Okay? Open your textbook, page number 58, question 6. Authorized capital of Mewada Limited of Himmatnagar was divided into 4 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. Out of this, company issued 3 lakh equity shares. So, the authorized capital, that means company lifetime kitla shares issue kari shakse 4 lakh. But right now, company has issued only 3 lakh. The 4 lakh, no need of 4 lakh here, right? That means 4 lakh આપણને હમણાં કન્ફ્યુઝ કરવા આવ્યું છે. હંમેશા કન્સિડર કરવાનું ઇશ્યુડ શેર્સ, રાઈટ? આપણે ઓલરેડી પ્રીવિયસ સમમાં ડિસ્કસ કરી લીધું છે. સો કંપની હેઝ ઇશ્યુડ 3 lakh શેર. Price of each share is 10 rupees. So total company is needing right now 30 lakh rupees. Company has demanded rupees 10 in 3 installments. Rupees 4 as application money, then rupees 3 as allotment money, and rupees 3 as final call money. So total we have to write 6 entries because each installment has 2 journal entries. That means total we have to prepare 6 entries. Then company received applications for 3,60,000 shares. See, company has issued only 3 lakh shares. Company cannot allot more than 3 lakh shares to public, right? But the applications for 3 lakh shares, the public have given the application 3,60,000. Like issue કર્યા છે 3 lakh, but public એ કેટલી applications આપી? 3,60,000. That means anyhow we have to return 60,000 applications, right? The 60,000 applications એ આપે છે ત્યારે જે પૈસા આપ્યા હોય આપણે એને return કરી દેવાના. That is known as excess application, વધારાની application, right? Excess applications were rejected and paid thereon was refunded to applicants. એટલે કે applicants જે 60,000 ઉપર 4 rupees pay કર્યા હતા એ આપણે return કરી દેવાના. We have discussed that this return entry, that means excess applications were rejected in second entry. Check in your format. In second entry, we have written to bank account into bracket if excess applications are given, right? Then all sums due on allotment and final call received in full except final call on 2,000 equity shares held by Asha. So, application na to badaye paisa pay kari ditha છે, right? Allotment na e badaye paisa pay કરી દીધા છે, but પે શેમાં નથી કર્યા? ફાઇનલ કોલ. એટલે આપણે ખાલી ફાઇનલ કોલમાં ટિક માર્ક કરવાનું. સી એપ્લિકેશન એન્ડ અલોટમેન્ટના બધાએ રૂપીસ પે કરી દીધા છે. છેલ્લે શું કીધું છે? એક્સેપ્ટ 2000 શેર્સ હેલ્ડ બાય આશા, રાઈટ? એટલે કે ફાઇનલ કોલ. સી ફાઇનલ કોલ ઓન 2000 ઇક્વિટી શેર્સ હેલ્ડ બાય આશા, એટલે કે આશા પાસે 2000 શેર્સ છે એને 3 રૂપીસ પે નથી કર્યા, એટલે કે ફાઇનલ કોલમાં આપણે કોલ ઇન એરિયર્સની એન્ટ્રી આપવાની આવશે. સો અહીંયા ટિક કરવાની. શું કામ? આપણને યાદ રહે કે કોલ ઇન એરિયર્સની એન્ટ્રી આપવાની છે, રાઈટ? એટલે તમારી ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં જ તમારે સાઈડમાં ટિક માર્ક કરી નાખવાની છે. પ્લીઝ ડુ ટિક માર્ક ઇન ₹3 ઓન ફાઇનલ કોલ. ઓકે. Next, pass journal entries in the books of company to record about transaction. Also prepare share capital account, equity share application account, equity share allotment account and equity share final call account. અને 4 account prepare કરવાના છે. So first of all, we'll write journal entries. So first of all, we'll give the head. Our head will be let's discuss entry number 1. Check in your format. The entry number 1 will be for receiving application money, right? And the entry will be bank account debit to equity share application account. Total number of equity shares applications. See how many applications we have received. We have received 3,60,000 applications. Into we have demanded 4 rupees. So total we have received 14,40,000 rupees. Into bracket we have to write bill. Received application money on 3,60,000 applications. Bracket over, underline, leave one line, then second. Second will be for transferring, right? And that entry, see in your format, we have written equity share application account debit to equity share capital account to bank account, right? Equity share application account debit to equity share capital account to bank account, right? See, in application we have credited 14,40,000. So here compulsory we have to debit 14,40,000. In capital we can transfer only issued shares, right? So total we have issued 3 lakh shares into we have demanded 4 rupees. So total we have demanded 12 lakh rupees, right? And in bank, 60,000 applications which were accessed. See, we have received application for 3,60,000, but we have issued only 3 lakh shares. So additional applications are 60,000 into they have paid 4 rupees that we have to return. So total we have to return 2,40,000 rupees, right? Into bracket we'll write bin application money is transferred to share capital account and access applications are returned. Bracket over, underline, leave one line then third. But before discussing third, write down this two. Completed? Now we'll discuss third and fourth. Rupees 3 on allotment. Now third entry and fourth entry will be for allotment. In allotment, the first entry will be for demand and the second entry, that means overall fourth entry, will be for receiving. So first entry will be equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account total we have issued 3 lakh shares into we have demanded 3 rupees. So in debit the amount will come 9 lakh and in credit also the amount will be 9 lakh, right? So we have demanded total 9 lakh rupees. Into bracket we have to write bin allotment money are demanded from ₹3 lakh equity shares. Bracket over, underline, leave one line, then fourth. Right? The fourth entry. The fourth entry will be for receiving. Right? So, in allotment, we have not made any tick mark. That means the entry will be common entry which we have written in our format. We have written in our format bank account debit to equity share allotment account because everyone has paid our rupees. That means જેની પાસેથી રૂપીઝ મંગાવ્યા છે બધાએ જ પે કરી દીધા છે. કોઈ પણ વ્યક્તિ એવું નથી કે જેને આ ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ પે કર્યો નથી. So our entry will be bank account debit to equity share allotment account allotment we have debited 9 lakh. So here we have to credit 9 lakh rupees, right? And here also we have received 9 lakh rupees. No arrears. So into bracket we have to write bill allotment money is received from 3 lakh equity shares, right? Bracket over, underline, leave one line, then next transaction, but write down this. Now, fifth and sixth. See, in final call, we have made tick mark. But as beginning, I told you that we have to give the effect of calling arrears in receiving entry. And the receiving entry will be sixth entry. So, fifth entry will be same which we are written in all the sums, right? So, fifth entry will be C. This is the final call. And first, in fifth, that means overall, fifth entry, and for final call this is first entry. So the first entry will be for demand, then receiving, right? So the demand entry will be equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Total, we have issued 3 lakh equity shares, into we have demanded as final call rupees 3. So in this call also we have demanded 9 lakh rupees. Into bracket we have to write bill final call is demanded from ₹3 lakh equity shares, bracket over, underline. Now, as I told you that in receiving entry, the effect of call in arrears will come, right? See, the simple entry will be bank account debit to equity share final call account, right? But here call in arrears are given. That means there is one person whose name is Asha has not paid final call money, right? So first of all we have to debit bank account, because except Asha everyone has paid final call money. Now Asha has not paid, so we have to debit call in arrears account. Two, equity share final call account. See, total we have demanded 9 lakh rupees. So here we have to credit 9 lakh. Out of 9 lakh, Asha is having 2000 equity shares. On this shares, she has not paid final call, and the final call is amount 3. So total she has not paid 6,000 rupees. So out of 9 lakh, we have not received 6,000. So we have received 8,94,000 rupees. Right? Into bracket we have to write bill received final call money except on the shares, except the shares of bracket over, underline, then leave one line. Here our sum is completed. They have given only 3 calls. So in last we have to make total. After total we have to make 2 underlines. Right? And our total will be 64,80,000. Okay, write down this. Completed? Okay. Now we have to prepare accounts. They have asked to prepare 4 accounts, right? Equity share capital, equity share application, equity share allotment, and equity share final call account. Equity share capital account. You have to prepare capital account of 8 to 10 lines. Application account you have to prepare for 5 lines. See, capital account you have to prepare for 8 to 10 lines, and application account you have to prepare for 5 lines, right? Application, allotment, and final call account will be of 5 lines. Now, equity share allotment account. debit, date, particulars, sorry, rupees, date, particulars, rupees, credit, credit, rupees, particulars, date, rupees, particulars, date, debit, debit, date, particulars, rupees, date, particulars, rupees, credit, credit, rupees, particulars, date, rupees, particulars, date, debit. Right? So now we have to give posting of journal entries. Total we have made 6 journal entries, right? Open your journal entries. First journal entry was bank account debit to equity share application account. First, bank account debit, but here we have not prepared bank account, so we don't have to give debit effect. Then second, to equity share application account. Application account is credited, so in application account on credit side we have to give the effect. Hope all of you are remember the posting, right? This is the posting of first journal entry, and we have to write the name of debit, that is bank account, but we have to write the amount of that account, that is 14,40,000 rupees, right? So this is the posting of first journal entry. Now second journal entry. We have written second journal entry is equity share application account debit to equity share capital account to bank account. So first of all, equity share application account is debited. So in application account on debit side we have to give the effect. In debit side we have to write the name of credited account. So there are 2 credit accounts. So we have to write the name of both the accounts. To equity share capital account to bank account. Right? In capital we have written 12 lakh and in bank we have written 2,40,000. So this is the overall entry of 14,40,000. Right? Then in that entry we have credited to equity share capital account. So in equity share capital account on credit side, first of all we'll write the date, that is 2, that means our sequence, and we have to write the name of debit. Which account is debited? Equity share application account. And the amount is 12 lakh. We have to write the amount of capital account, right? Then the another account is credited, is bank account, but we have not prepared bank account, so we don't have to give its effect, right? So here we have completed posting of first 2 entries. Now we'll discuss the third entry. The third entry was equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. So here equity share allotment account is debit. So in equity share allotment account, on debit side we'll give the sequence 3 and we have to write the name of credit to equity share capital account and the amount was 9 lakh. Right? Now we have credited equity share capital account. So in equity share capital, on credit side we have to write the sequence number 3 and write the name of debit, equity share allotment account. Amount is 9 lakh. Here we have completed posting of first 3 entries, right? 4, 5, 6 is left. But before that, write down this posting, then we'll discuss the fourth one. Completed. Now fourth entry. Fourth entry was bank account debit to equity share allotment account. Here we have not prepared bank account, so we don't have to give debit effect. But we have prepared allotment account, and allotment account is credited. So in allotment account on credit side we'll give the sequence 4. We have to write the name of debit, that is by bank account. Amount is 9 lakh. Right? Now fifth entry. Fifth entry was equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Equity share final call account debit. So here we have to give the sequence 5 and write the name of credit to પોતાના અકાઉન્ટમાં પોતાનું જ નામ આવે નહીં. To equity share capital amount is 9 lakh. We have given the debit effect, now we have to give credit effect. So in that entry we have credited equity share capital account. So in equity share capital account on credit side we have to give the sequence 5th and write the name of debit. The debited account is equity share final call account. Amount is 9 lakh. Right? Here we have completed the posting of 5 entries. Now we will discuss the sixth and last one. The last entry is bank account debit, call in arrears account debit to equity share final call account. Here we have not prepared bank account as well as not prepared call in arrears account, right? So we don't have to give debit effect, but we have prepared the credit account, that is final call account. So in final call account on credit side we have to write the name of debit. Here we have debited 2 accounts, so we have to write the name of both the accounts. First debited account was by bank account and second debited account was by call in arrears account. Bank account amount was 8,94,000 and arrears accounts amount was 6,000. Right? See, I have already told you that application account, allotment account and final call account are temporary account. That means installment demand કરીએ ત્યારે account create થાય અને receive કરી લઈએ એટલે account close થઈ જાય. See, આ બધા account આપણા tally થઈ જશે જે amount હશે એનાથી. But capital account is permanent account. This question can be asked in section B, that which accounts are temporary accounts and which account is permanent account. Then you have to write all the installment account, that means application, allotment, first call, final call accounts are temporary account, but capital account is permanent account because any carry forward amount આવે. બાકીના બધા accounts tally થઈ જાય. For example, see, in application account on credit side we have written 14,40,000. On debit side the total is also tally 14,40,000. Right? No carry forward amount. See, in allotment also on debit side we have written 9 lakh as well as on credit side total is also 9 lakh. So no carry forward amount. That's why this is also temporary account. Now final call account. The total of debit side is 9 lakh and total of credit side is also 9 lakh. Right? Now we'll close capital account. See, here no debit effect. Total of credit side is 30 lakh. Now we have to also do the total of debit side. That must be also 30 lakh. Right? So in rupees column, I have to write 30 lakh and here I have to write to balance carry forward. That means our 30 lakh rupiah total in next year mark carry forward. Right? Here our posting and ledgers are completed. Right? Write down all the posting and then do the total. Write it down. Completed? Okay. Now we'll discuss the theory of calling arrears. જો સ્ટાર્ટિંગ એક સમ કાઉન્ટ કરતા પહેલા સમજાવ્યું હોત તો તમને એટલું બધું સમજાત નહીં. ઇવન થિયરી પણ એટલી બધી નથી, ઇઝી થિયરી છે. Open page number 13. In this page, they have given the meaning of call in arrears. See, when company makes call for allotment money or call money, and if some shareholders fail to pay such money on due date, such unpaid amount is transferred to calling arrears account. Underline till that. I know meaning છે. શું કહે છે કે જ્યારે allotment money અથવા first or final call money ડિમાન્ડ કરવામાં આવે અને કોઈ શેર હોલ્ડર રૂપીસ પે કરે નહીં તો આ જે અનપેડ અમાઉન્ટ છે જે શેર હોલ્ડરે પે કરી નથી એને શેમાં ટ્રાન્સફર કરવામાં આવે છે? calling arrears account. Right? So total there are two methods to prepare calling arrears account, right? But we'll not discuss those methods because this method are not important, right? Even આપણે સમ્સમાં પણ એનો કોઈ યુઝ થતો નથી, as well as થિયરીમાં પણ આ પોઈન્ટ આવશે નહીં, right? Now we'll do the note which are on page number 14. See, in page number 14, they have given note after illustration number 3. The first one. Balance of calling arrears account is shown in the balance sheet as deduction from the amount of subscribed but not fully paid up under subscribed share capital. See, this point you already know. How? Because you have studied Unit 3. In Unit 3, we were deducting calling arrears from subscribed share capital, right? So this is the same point. Second one, that is not important, so we'll not discuss. Third one, we'll discuss only important points because from this unit they will ask one question in section A, one question in section B and one question in section E. Section E is carrying 8 marks. So in 8 marks, they will definitely ask sum, right? Now, we have to think for 2 marks. In 2 marks, one is MCQ and one is short, one line question. That means short question, right? So for that, they cannot ask second number point, right? Now third point. In case the article of association of company is silent, Table F of the Companies Act 2013 shall apply, which provides for interest at 10% per annum. However, directors have the right to waive the interest on call-in arrears. એટલે શું કહે છે? આર્ટિકલ ઓફ એસોસિએશન કંપનીએ પ્રિપેર ન કર્યું હોય તો ટેબલ એફ ફોલો કરવાનું. જેમ તમે યુનિટ 1 પાર્ટનરશિપમાં સ્ટડી કરી ગયા કે જો કોઈ પાર્ટનરશિપ ડીડ ન થયું હોય, then firm should not pay interest on capital, as well as firm cannot demand interest on drawings, right? Then the firm has to compulsory pay 6% interest on partners loan, right? Same here. If they have not prepared any articles of association, then they have to compulsory follow table F. And in table F, they have shown that if any person is not paying the amount of call, that means if there is any call in arrears, then the shareholder has to pay 10% per annum interest. And if director want to change in that, then they can, right? So this 10% per annum is important, that, right? See, call in arrears ma percentage avse, પછી આપણે ડિસ્કસ કર્યું હતું સબસ્ક્રિપ્શન, રાઈટ? 90 ડેઝમાં સબસ્ક્રાઇબ નો થાય તો 15 ડેઝમાં રિટર્ન કરવાના, અને ઈ નો થાય તો ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ પે કરવાનું, રાઈટ? સેમ એડવાન્સ ઉપર પણ પે કરવાનું આવશે. એટલે આ 3% રેટ છે સબસ્ક્રિપ્શનના, અરિયર્સના અને એડવાન્સના. આ ત્રણેય ઉપરના જે પર્સન્ટેજ છે ઇન્ટરેસ્ટના, એ તમારે કમ્પલસરી લર્ન કરવાના છે MCQ માટે અને સેક્શન બી માટે, રાઈટ? નાઉ we are going to discuss your homework, right? Your homework is on page number 14, illustration number 4. Right? See, I am explaining you this question. Pranav Limited of Bhavnagar issued 18 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. So, total this company has issued 18 lakh equity share, and one share has value 10 rupees. That means they have issued total 1 crore 80 lakh rupees. The company received applications for 20 lakh shares. Company issue kitla કર્યા છે 18 lakh, but applications kitli આવી 20 lakh. So excess application that we have to return. That means 20 lakh minus 18 lakh, 2 lakh is additional applications, excess application that we have to return in second number entry, right? See, next line they have given the same thing. Excess applications were rejected and application money thereon was refunded to the applicants. એટલે કે જે આપણે second entry માં to bank account કરીને લખીએ છીએ એ point. Amount on share was called up as under. કેવી રીતે call કર્યા છે? They have demanded 10 rupees in 4 installments. First one is application, second one is allotment, third one is first call, and last one is final call. So total each installment has 2 journal entries. So total we have to prepare 8 journal entry, right? Then Yogesh, who was allotted 1600 shares, could not pay first and final call money. Yogesh, જેની પાસે કંપનીના કેટલા શેર હતા? 1600. Could not pay first and final call money. So we have to make tick mark on first and final call because he has not paid amount of this 2 call, right? Then where Neelam, who was allotted 1400 shares, could not pay final call money. See, Neelam કે જેની પાસે કંપનીના 1400 shares હતા, એને final call ના money pay કર્યા નથી, right? That means we have received all the amount of application and allotment. In first call, one person has not paid the amount, and in last call, 2% has not paid the amount. See, in your answers, they have given a even bracket which we are writing, right? Then in the last, except this, all the amounts due from all the shareholders were received on due dates. Yogesh and Neelam paid call in arrears amounts at a later date. એટલે કે યોગેશ અને નીલમે પછીની તારીખમાં call in arrears ની amount આપી દીધી. એટલે કે 8 entries લખી દઈએ, પછીની 9th entry પણ આવશે. So total 9 journal entries, right? 2 will be for application, 2 will be for allotment, 2 will be for first and 2 for final call, and the last will be for call in arrears, right? In that they have not paid amount, that means in 6th entry and 8th entry, see, we have debited call in arrears account, but in 9th entry we have to credit call in arrears because they have paid that arrear amount to the company. So company will receive the cash or that amount. So bank account will be debited and arrears account will be credited. So in this sum you have to write 9 journal entries. They have not asked to prepare accounts, so will not prepare accounts. Hope you guys are understood, right? If you have any doubt then you can ask me, but please confuse no રહેતા. આ યુનિટ બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. જો આ યુનિટ તમને આવડી જશે તો સેકન્ડ યુનિટ ટોટલી ઇઝી છે તમારી માટે, રાઈટ? So this is your homework. We'll meet in our next video lecture with another sum. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take care.